Hello everyone and welcome. We are here, we are live, we are ready to go, and we are picking up right where we left off at the conclusion of last week's stream with the Gemini 4. We got Deluxe and Lemmet aboard, and in fact we have a burn coming up in just under 2 minutes, so I do have to kind of expedite this along. What we're doing right now is we are getting our ship here. Let's actually just make it so that the station's the only thing we see. And we're getting ourselves to Kerbin Station. At Kerbin Station, there is another vessel, the Cerberus, that we're going to pile people aboard. And we got, well, a bunch of rescues. We have a moon station, and half the moon station's already in orbit. I also have a number of rescues to perform here that I'll get to in just a little bit. But I think probably the best plan right now is to actually get ready for this burn that's coming up. So like I said, this is a rendezvous burn to get myself to Kerbin Station. Excuse me. And then once I perform this burn, we'll get into everything else that's going on. Because I actually have a lot packed into this mission. I was doing some thinking after the conclusion of last week's stream, and I think I got something that's gonna work, but we'll have to see here. But first things first, I'm gonna do this side. So start up the burn. And just waiting for the encounter indicator information to start coming up. There we go. Got some closest approach information over here on the left. And obviously want to get that as small as I can. That's about it. 2.3, okay. Not the greatest, but it is what it is. And we're going to be there in about 14 minutes, and that's going to give us some time to kind of talk about what's going on. So, at the conclusion of last stream, the plan was actually just take Deluxe and Lemmet, get them aboard Kerbin Station, get them aboard the Cerberus that's parked there and fully fueled and ready to go, and pick up Deborn and then head off to the moon. But I have picked up a couple of other, I do have some other rescue contracts. I have Deborn. Let me show Deborn first. Deborn is, sorry, I have to put on this guy to see him. He's right here. About halfway out to the moon, also in a slightly inclined orbit. We have Cabot, who is in orbit about the moon, and then we have MP Offshore, who is on the surface of the moon. And I also have this rather annoying kind of contract here to build a new orbital station about the moon. Half of that station is actually in orbit right now. Do I... Oh, it might be as a probe. Okay, I gotta find it. Maybe it's as a ship? There it is, Moon Station Core. Okay, I'll have to relabel that. But its burn out to the moon's not coming up for a little while. That I should have an alarm clock thing here. It's still not coming for a couple of days because it's going into a polar orbit. All that aside, it's still only half the station because the station does require to have 4,000 units of liquid fuel aboard. That part had yet been built. And in fact, as I was in the process of building that last week, I started to realize I was going over the weight restrictions and said, oh my gosh, I gotta upgrade the VAB, and just kind of went off. I put it aside for now. But the thing is, actually I don't have to upgrade the VAB, it's the launch complex that I have to upgrade, and I have the funds to do that. So I think I might finish off this build as well and send it on the way to the moon. And so that kind of frees up, well, there's another part to this contract. I should put this here. I missed this part as I was focusing on the 4,000 units of liquid fuel, is to have 2 pilots aboard the station. And the problem is, I only have 1. Deluxe is a pilot, Lemmet is a scientist. So I need to somehow get another pilot out towards the moon. I am hoping that one of these rescues is going to be a pilot, but for this to work, that means I have to rescue all of them on this mission if I want to have a hope of doing this one. So I'm going to actually try and do all of this here. So we're going to pick up Deborn first, then we're going to get into orbit about the moon and pick up Cabot. Then we're going to see what happens with the station, because there's different modules going and they're all taking different routes there. We'll see what gets there first. It might be a little bit of chaos. Then we're going to go down to the surface and pick up MP offshore, and hopefully one of these three is going to be his pilot, and then that will finish off this contract as well. Big plans. Whether it's all going to come to fruition, I don't know. I did do the costs. I did a little bit of math. I won't say I did the math. I'll say I did some math, because if I say I did the math, that implies that I necessarily did it all correctly, which I'm by no means guaranteeing. But I did do some math in being able to pick up Toborn, being able to pick up Cabot, and then getting myself to where the station is going to be. And I do believe I do have enough fuel in the vessel that this is going to dock with in order to do that. So, anyway, if you got lost in all that stuff, I wouldn't blame you. Lots of stuff going on. Let's finish off this rendezvous, get to the station, and we'll get Deluxe on her way. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Because I'm rescuing 3 people, the Cerberus can only hold 4, so we're going to leave Lembit behind. I'm not a huge fan of leaving people behind without a vessel to get them down to the surface, so we're going to send up at some point in this stream, probably, another Gemini with nobody in it, just to dock with the station, so that all these people that we're gathering will be able to get them down to the surface and finish off these contracts. How much of this is all going to get done today or at all, or what, I don't know. It's kind of an ambitious plan today. All right, we are coming into our target here. We're about 2.5 minutes away. Got to press F4 to see that. And we got to do a little bit of closing this distance here. It's 2.3 kilometers. So, first thing though, get to the station. Second thing, send Deluxe on her way. So I'm going to close that. Alright. Oh, I made it worse. How did I make it worse? Slowed down to... I don't know what I did. I was doing other things and not really paying attention, and somehow made it all worse. Let's get ourselves a little closer, get a better idea what's going on, but I'm actually... This can't be right. I'm within 1.8 kilometers, said my closest approach... Okay, let's just... Okay. Alright, no more talking. There we go, now it's making more sense. Getting more sensible numbers now. I was a little confused, that's all. Just to be clear, it was confused. I knew exactly what I was doing. I think we kind of you're coming in a little sideways here. That's okay. Probably slow down a bit too would be a good idea. Coming in quick. That's looking a little better. Alright, and I'm also going to need, I don't have any aboard here, right? I think I'm going to need to actually bring up some more docking ports too. I don't think I have enough berths for all the ships that I'm thinking about here. But we'll see when we get here. Maybe it's something I already thought about a little bit. I just way overkilled my speed there. Alright, like right now I think I only have one free docking port, and it's right here at the end. It's already highlighting it. So I'll probably bring up a couple more docking ports, just stick them to the side here or something. Just so I can get more ships aboard. You can see also docked to the station, that is the Cerberus. That's what we're going to pile into. See if I can click on that docking port. Let me. Come on, let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me... Fine. Fine. Back here and set that as a target. Oh wait, I forgot. I don't have a docking assist mod available. I think I need to come a little bit backwards here a bit. No. That probably's right. Oh, I can see the Pro Game icon on the nav ball now. There we go. Get rid of that. Alright, so that's docked. Yeah, definitely have to bring up some more docking ports. So shut down that engine. And this should be completely 100% fuel. We even have extra fuel up here. We can load it up again, but only Deluxe is going. Transfer Deluxe over here. That leaves 3 empty seats for our rescuees, and Lemit's just going to have to make himself comfortable in here for now. Sorry, buddy. The plan was to take you to the moon, but that's not what's going to happen. Consider removing the docking port from the next vessel when you go home. That's a good idea, except for the next vessel that's going home is... I don't know. We'll see what we do. I think I'm going to have another vessel coming up here before this one leaves. That's the problem. Oh, wait a minute. That might kind of work. Because then this... I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm too many problems ahead. Let's just think of the problem right now. That's a good suggestion. I might be able to finagle something here. Okay, we're going to undock. This should be all set and ready to go. Back away a little bit. Fire up that engine. Let's get the thrust limiter to full. Activate that engine. And we have 2,296 meters per second. And according to my math, to do everything I want to do before this thing actually gets a berth on a station where there's tons of fuel to refill to pick up all these other Kerbals, I worked out 1,970. So I have about 300 meters per second extra. We'll see how it goes. Again, I'll say again, I might have to do it. I might have done it wrong. But our first goal is going to be to rescue Toborn here. Now, Toborn is in an inclined orbit, as you can see. So, my bestest of plans, I think, to minimize, and I got to do this as efficiently as I can, to do the burn at this descending node and make the plane change out here. It'll be cheaper than making the plane change now. So this isn't going to necessarily get me an encounter. I would be extremely fortuitous if it did. Let's see where the encounter is. So you can see we're off by, 90 degrees. That means, well, let's see. It might be better at the AN. I could do it at either one. It doesn't matter. It's about the same, isn't it? Well, I think it'll be slightly cheaper at the AN. So we'll do it that way. Or the DN. Because it's further out. Generally, the further out you are, the slower you're going, and the cheaper plane changes tend to be. So I'm going to try and get that right on the DN. A little bit more. So if you like seeing a lot of jumping around between vessels, I think you're going to be getting that today. There, am I going past? I am going past. Bring it back down. Okay. So the plan for this rendezvous, because you can see I'm missing by a lot, is when I get out to the AN, I'm going to make the plane change so that we'll match the plane of our target orbit. And also at the same time, and our plane change is what? 8.2 degrees. I'm also going to push out my periapsis and create an orbit so that the next time I go around, I'll be meeting up with the Born. That's the plan. Yes, I'm going to be making the plane change at the same time I make the change out here. I think that's cheaper. I never actually worked it out the way you're suggesting, John, if I make the plane change right now. I guess I could do it. I still got 30 minutes. How much does it... Oh, I didn't write it down. I worked out what the plane change was out here if I combine it with the... But maybe... Am I doing this the right way? Okay, sorry. You might make a good point. Let's zero this right now. Okay, so right now this burn is... I'm being told to combine... You always want to combine burns where you can, so let's try combining the plane change. This might make life easier. So 737 is what the burn is now, and if I add the plane change to it... Oh my gosh. There we go. If I add the plane change... So I gotta remember that 737. I got a feeling I'm going to be adding... Oh, I'm going the wrong way. That's never a good plan. This is just an experiment. I might take this out. I think I have to put in a little more retrograde. Just pop this up a bit. You may have yourself a point. Was I pulling this way? Yep. Again, retrograde. So 737 was the burn before. Now I'm bringing this down. Not quite zero yet, but it's getting there. A little more still. That do for the 0.1? That's pretty close. So now it's... Now I think I'm cheaper doing it out there. It's adding on a little less than 90 meters per second. I think I'm better off still doing cheaper out there. There's multiple factors. I think I'm cheaper doing it out there. So I'm going to zero this. Go back to the burn I had before. Of course, now I've messed up the prograde part. It was worth investigating, though. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. When's this burn coming up? Burn's coming up in 27 minutes. And why am I having... There we go. I want to go back to map view. So we'll float around to here. I'm going to do the actual avoidance maneuver business. Which is to put yourself... Let me think about this. I'll be burning prograde, so I want to go a little bit faster, which means I got to burn retrograde. So I'm going to do a little bit of a avoidance maneuver. This doesn't take much. This just guarantees I won't run into the station. It's just a little bit of a thing like that. That's it. That's all I got to do. And now, by the time I get to the maneuver... The station should be guaranteed behind me, if physics is going to be my friend. Of course, there's no guarantee if physics is going to be my friend. There it is. Station's way behind me. Alright. Alright. I do have, I should keep, oh, if I click on that, yes, okay. The maneuver for getting out to the moon is not for another day. Okay. So phase 1 is on its way. A little bit closer. Okay. 3 and 2 and 1 and go. This is at full thrust. Yeah, it is. Hello, Foxworth Kerman. Glad you can make it. And other people, a joy. So I was fiddling with maneuver nodes. I'm sure I missed people there. We are trying to do a triple rescue today. One out in high, one way out here for those people just joining us, one way out here, one in orbit of the moon, and one on the surface of the moon. How much of all that we're going to get done, I don't know, because at the same time we also have 2 components of a very heavy moon space station that we also got to bring there. So a lot going on. Might be a lot of jumping between ships. What did I say Limit was? Limit was a scientist. Shoot, I wish he was an engineer. The other thing that's a bit of an issue with my game is that I think I only have 2 pilots. I am precious short for pilots. I think Valentina and Deluxe are my only 2 pilots. Okay, let's see what that looks like. All right, so the next phase of this is to do a burn out here. This burn is going to have to accomplish 2 things at the same time. One is to match planes, and the other one is to get ourselves an encounter. So I'm going to burn prograde. You can see how that brings the encounter indicator around. Oh, we might have to do a few of these. Okie doke. It's going to be like that, is it? Okay. Alright. One is not going to do it. So we're going to have to ride around a few times. She's going to be up here for a while. Okay, let's do the plane change at the same time. That's going to be a positive normal. Like so. Where is my AN? There we go. Okay, so that's matching the plane. Now what I'm going to do, we're not going to be able to do this in one orbit, but I'm going to put a dummy maneuver here. I'm going to see how many times does it take to go around before we end up coming back to here. So I'm just going to take this dummy maneuver, push it ahead in orbit, and you can see the closing. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. What if I go back to that first maneuver and add more prograde to that? That's kind of what I'm talking about. Okay. So I got an encounter there, 6.9 kilometers, which out by that's close when considering how far away we are. I did mess up my inclination a little bit, so I do want to fix that. That's still 33 kilometers. A little, oh, wait, a little, oh. What's going on? I gotta turn down the scale here a bit. Bring that close encounter even, oh, I saw 4.8 kilometers, sorry. Inclination is still good. See if I can get it in closer, but I'm happy with 4.8. At these kind of distances, yeah, 4.6. So what I got here, just to sort of explain, is we're going to come up here. We're going to do this burn of 239 meters per second. That is going to both match the plane of our orbit and also put us into this elliptical orbit. And if we do 2 orbits of this, unfortunately we have to do 2, then we should be coming very, very close to Born. All right, and that burn's coming up in 2 hours and 38 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the alarm clock here. We're going to create an alarm for this maneuver. I'm wondering if I should get the alarm clock mod installed because it is so much nicer than this. Give us 5 minutes warning and add that alarm. Because it doesn't even tell you... Oh, wait, can I put notes here? This is the Gemini 4, I think. Could be wrong. Add alarm. I could add a note, but it doesn't show me the note, so what? I don't know what use that has. Okay, so what I want to do while that's happening is I want to get another ship up for Lemet, who is in the station with no... Oh, no, he does have a ride home. No, there's no hurry for that. Never mind. He has a ride home if he needs it, because there's a ship there. Never mind. Okay, let's expose our solar panels here. Oh my gosh, I'm already getting scrambled and we're just into this. Okay. I'll have to dig into the math there, but I think I am doing this the cheaper way. We'll see. No, that's that maneuver. Delete and close, yeah. Oh, I'm still locked to Silly Billy. So mostly pro grade, but some normal component for the plane change. Oh, you can rename the alarms. Okay, good to know. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Thank you, Salem. I'll look into that. Four and 3 and 2 and go. This is just a burn that I just need to burn as accurately as I can. Though, I mean, we have all kinds of opportunities to tweak this. To that maneuver icon thingy. Okay. Get rid of that. And look at this. So our relative inclination now is 0. We are in the same plane, but we're gonna miss on our next go around. But I'm hoping that on the go around after that we'll be very close. Yes, very, very close. 6 kilometers close. That is wonderful. Okay, so let's see here. What's our period right now? So we're gonna have to do 2 orbits. Our period is a day, 1 hour, and 30 minutes. And we got this burn coming up in less than that. So what I want to do is set up an alarm. I got a feeling I'm gonna be doing this a lot. This is gonna be a manual alarm. To come back here. I'll be back in this location in 1 hour. Let's just go 1 hour, 1 day, 1 hour, and 25 minutes. 1 day, 1 hour, and 25 minutes. We'll check on that. At that point, we should be really close to our apoapsis again. Okay, and someone was saying, oh, you can just rename it here, of course. This is Cerberus at Apo. Okay, and add that alarm. Now, can I edit these? This is Moon Station Core Injection. Okay, good. This is my changes. All right. Oh. Okay. I thought for whatever reason, I guess these are pretty close to each other. Okay, then what we're gonna do, because there's a second part to this station, let's get back to the Space Center while all that's being organized. This guy should be oriented for the solar panels. And we'll build the fuel module for the station. We'll get that going on its way because it's got the same ejection window, or injection window, I guess, that the other moon station. Those two will be very close to each other. I wanna catch that window. Okay, space station, base center. Ah. So what I want to do is I want to upgrade the launch pad. And I can afford it, 564. That will up my weight limit. Actually, it makes the weight limit... Yeah. Oh, I got to remove these things before... Okay, fine. I can do that. And now upgrade that. And now my weight limit is unlimited. And now I should be able to do that fuel module business. I think that's my first tier 3. So this is Moon's first tier 3 building. Moon Station. Well, I must have saved it as something. There's Moon Station Core. They just call it fuel module or something. Fuel barge. I don't think that's not it. Don't tell me I didn't save it. It's not the Kerbin station fuel module. Did I seriously not save this vessel? Alright, that should be okay. That's okay. Because if I switch to the editor, I think I have the whole moon station here. So all I gotta do, yeah. So this is the part of Moon Station that's on its way going now, or is getting ready for its ejection. This is the part I still got to do. So what I'm going to do is simply select that as the root part, and then we'll throw this away, and then we'll pop over to the editor, and we'll grab this. And this should have over 4,000 units of... Oh, 3,006... Sorry, I gotta go back again. I'm forgetting what I've done. Moon Station. How much fuel is aboard this thing? 4,320. Oh, because of this. Okay, okay. Never mind. It all makes sense. Okay, let's try that again. Switch back to editor. This guy has got to go. Now, one thing I did forget, and somebody was reminding me in the chat at the time, that you should put on some monoprop storage, and they were 100% right. So we are going to put on a little bit of monopropellant storage. So we're going to grab the Stratus 5 roundified, and we don't need a heck of a lot. Put them. Maybe 3 here. That is 60 units of monopropellant. And then 3 down here. I don't go through a lot of monopropellant, but it's good to have that available should I need it. Man, it's not adding too... Given how heavy this thing already is, it's not adding a huge amount to the weight. Just gotta tuck them in a little bit. And I'll make them shiny. There. Alright, this is Moon Station Fuel Module. And save that. Alright, and okay, so what I need to do is build a pusher that'll get this thing there, and for that I'm going to need some sort of a budget. I do have, so to get to the moon is 280 to, or sorry, 860. To get the orbit is 280, and probably plus another 1,000 or so for the pusher to deal with the upper part of Kerbin's atmosphere. I got 2140 So let's see what we can do here for building. I'm going to go 2.5 right away. What do I got for... Okay, let's put in this service bay. And we'll stick in my best probe core, which I believe is the Hex. Wait, I'm still on the Octo in this? Oh my gosh. I'm playing KSP on my own, and I'm starting to mix up, just privately, just for funs. And I'm starting to mix up what do I have unlocked in each one? That's not a good sign. 4 of these. And some antennas. Let's get the chat window back up there again. How is life going, brother, says Lucas. Life is going pretty good. I can't complain. Tracked. Those doors will close okay. Yep. And then what do I got for structural parts? I do have this. There'll be some struts coming up here too. Now, what do I got for big fuel cans? Okay, I do have that. I do have that. Okay, let's go with this. Now, obviously, I don't want to use any of the fuel that's in here. So let's actually... I think I should be able to just turn these all off. I'll have to do them all one at a time, man. Even though there's no oxidizer, so probably shouldn't dip into this, but, you know. Now, what do I got? I got a Poodle motor, don't I? That would be my sensible choice. There it is. How is that looking? And I was budgeting about 2140. So I can go a little bigger. Thrust to weight's not super, is it? Oh my gosh, do I have to go bigger motors? I don't have to go all the way to the... Okay, Poodle is in a vacuum 250. I do have the Bobcat. I also have the Skiff. Ooh, the Skiff might be a good choice. Not quite as, but a little more thrust, still not quite enough. That was 300 kilonewtons. This one is 400. And the Cheetah's only 125. Okay, that's getting more in the ballpark, but I need a little bit more delta V. Do I have... what do I got for engine plates? Do I have no engine plates? Yes. Okay, I got the 1.25 and the 1.875 meter 5. Okay. So I can't depend on big engine plates. Okay. Then what I'll do, let's take this off. Let's go to... that. 1875. Again, I'm shooting for about 2140. I say, yeah. No, I might just live with this. I'm really feeling like I'm pushing my boundaries on this. What if I got... That's getting in the ballpark. I just don't like how low that thrust is. What if I threw... I think the skipper's too big. No, actually the skipper is a better choice. Oh my gosh. Who would have thought? Okay, I'm gonna go with this. We need some sort of fairing just to close this pit in. We need some kind of strutting too, because this is obviously flimsy as heck. So we'll just get some struts, three-way symmetry, like that, like that. And this is going to be an interesting thing to try and enclose because it's not round. I don't know if I want to make a fairing. Can I make a fairing over the whole thing? I think that might be a mistake. My biggest fairing is a 1.875 meter fairing. How big does this get? Oh, it's doable. Oh my gosh. I don't know. We'll see. That's before that. That's exactly where it needs to be. I need some sort of nose cone on the very top. That's the big one. I don't have a 1.875 meter nose cone. Ack. Double ack. Oh my gosh, I do not have what I'm looking for. You. Take all the fuel out. It's gonna be draggy. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. Okay, there, lots of ejection force, 4 sides, clamshell deploy. Okay, so that is that part of it. Now the whole make a job needs to have about 47, pretty close to 5,000 meters per second at delta V, and I think my best plan is not to build any taller than it already is, but instead to use these fellas. And I mean, I have like the twin bores. You can lift so much with these. They're a bit redonkulous, to be quite frank. Put all these on at the same time, and I have thrust up the backside. I don't even think I need to go this big. Don't I? And I have fuel lines too. Not as much. A lot of thrust, but not as much fuel as I would have thought. Oh wait, this needs to go here. There we go. Oh wait, this is in the wrong spot. That needs to go there. That makes more sense. 3863. I'd like a little bit more, but I'm thinking maybe these are a little bit too. I think I can go smaller. Where's what I got main sails. Put all those on at the same time. Again, some fuel lines. And then lots of thrust on the bottom end. See, that's getting into the ballpark. Still lots of thrust. Should I go even smaller? Maybe. These are about 1,400 at launch. I don't have anything in between. This is probably not enough thrust. Yeah. Jeez, not by much though. I don't know. Let's just hang on a sec. Sometimes going smaller is your better plan. Oh, I have those too. Nope, those are the wrong ones. That's good, and thrust is just about right at the edge, but it's not bad. I think I still need to go to the bigger motors. I think I'm just... No, I don't have enough dB. Oh wait, didn't I say 5,000? Yes, I said 5,000, you crackhead. Oh my gosh. I'm thinking 4,000. I'm not even close. Back to here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 5,000. I need a lot more. Lots more. Lots more. Oh boy. Oh boy. Believe it or not, this is still working. This is going to be a KSP special, this rocket. That puts it over 5,000. That with nose cones on top. Then the question becomes, and it's got enough thrust, it's got enough delta V, but will it fly? Will it fly? That's a very, very, very big if. Very, very, very uncertain on that front. I might just leave everything the way it is. I definitely need to do some major, major strutting here. So we're going to get some struts. Do that. Do that. It's tough to strut through the fairing, so I'm going to actually strut to the fairing base right here. And I'm hoping all that will make everything secure enough. We'll find out. It's playing with different textures. I like that one. We'll put on, optimistically, just these little fins. Move these to here. Like so. Launch clamps. Put the chat back on. I keep going to a spreadsheet where I have my numbers, so that's why I keep all of a sudden straps gone. What's going to happen when you decouple those boosters? Well, this motor will still be going, and it'll hopefully be at a high enough altitude that everything will be fine. Hopefully everything will be fine. Okay, boom, 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 boom. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I am going to put. Do I have separatrons yet? How can I not have separatrons? Goodness sakes. Okay, fine. So on the gear action group, I'm going to separate this fairing, deploy the fairing. I'm going to decouple this little node. Like so. And I'm going to move this up to here just so it's out of the way. That way I can stage that fairing when I want rather than when it is in the staging diagram. Good time to throw some ports on the side of that fuel module. There's lots of docking ports. It's a good idea, but there's lots of docking ports on the other module for the station, for the moon station. So I think this is going to be fine. I don't think I need any more I'm pretty sure the other one has a lot of docking ports. I don't think I'm even going to make this pretty. I think I'm going to just kind of go for it. Launch TWR. Let's turn these down a little bit. There we go. Maybe you can use some RCS thrusters. I definitely need RCS thrusters. What am I even thinking about? This thing has to dock. Ah, thank you. So I am going to put some RCS thrusters on there. And I'm going to be very arbitrary in my placement of them because I don't want to spend any more time on this than I have to. So I'm going to throw on 3 of them up here. Oh, don't do it like that. It's being dumb. It's not putting them around the outside. So I'm just going to put 3 like this. And I'm just using the lights to kind of be my guide as to where they should go. And we're going to show actuation toggles, and we're going to take off the yaw pitch and the roll. Yaw pitch and roll. And yaw pitch and roll. And then we're going to grab these again, and I'm going to guesstimate the center of mass of this thing is going to be very, very high, like up here. Remember, a lot of this fuel will be used by the time we're around the moon, which is when we're going to be doing the docking. So I'm going to put 3-way symmetry, 3 of these down here. Also, what should be in here, hopefully this won't mess everything up, is some reaction wheels. That might mess up my fairing. I'm going to tuck some reaction wheels right in here, and some solar panels. Solar panels. I'm just going to go with these guys. Go A-way symmetry, just put them around like that. My fairing got messed up. That's okay. We'll rebuild that. I think my struts got messed up too. I think the struts are messing it up. Just fixing these struts up. I'm just putting them in the side for now. Stop it. There. Let's build the fairing and then I'll build the struts. And then people can place their bets. Will this fly? Oh shoot. Got a strut in the way. Is it going to be in my way still? Oh, it's let me go right by it. Okay. The strut messed up down there. They got messed up when I did the little move. There. Strut here. Oh, yeah, what is this? Oh, I see what happened. It was these sort of inside struts that got messed up. There. The rocket will lose control. Oh, ye of little faith. Ye of little faith. You might be right. But let's have some optimism to start this off with. Make them nice in there. Thrust to weight ratio is fine. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna see what happens. Clearly, well, there isn't even a spot for people to come aboard this thing. Oh, and I never put on any lights on this, so what I'll do is on the light action group, we will open that up. This way I don't have to do it. And then we'll deploy our antennas. There we go. Oh, I did invite people for their predictions, didn't I? Yeah. So I can't criticize people for saying it's gonna what they think it's gonna do. It very likely might lose control. Alright, let's launch, let's see what happens. Oh, well, welcome aboard, Mike Alpha Tango Sierra, who's just joined us as a novel rocketeer. Thank you very much. It also might just shake itself apart. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh well. Oh well. Let's see. Let's see. That way, if it is an ugly thing, that's for sure. Okay. Staging's all sensible, so we are just going to punch it and hope for the best. So, boom. So stage 1 is in the air. We're in the air. May have a tendency to want to flip around. I don't even have locked the prograde still. Oh my gosh. I think I complain about that every stream. So I'm just going to follow that prograde vector manually on the nav ball. I want to make sure I do not pitch over too quickly. Easily my biggest rocket yet in this series. Bit shallow. Try and kind of not pitch over so quickly. I am worried of it flipping around backwards with that ginormous fairing at the top. Okay, feeling a little better now. Feeling a little better. There's also the potential that those big giant boosters may not stage very cleanly. In fact, I'm thinking it's very likely they won't stage very cleanly, because the couplers are down here and I have no Separatrons pushing them at the top. That could be problematic. Just to remind people, I am playing on hard difficulty and I don't have the ability to revert. So if this blows up, whoa, slower down that throttle. Don't want that apoapsis getting away. All right. Went better than I thought it would. Yeah, it went better than I thought it would. Okay. Where are we? I'm just watching that apoapsis. I did let the apoapsis get a little bit away on me, so I'm just sort of burning very, very slowly right now. Just trying to keep that apoapsis close by. Well, we'll see what happens. The staging, I'm a little worried about the staging. Oh, I can stage the fairings. That's something. Lose a bit of weight. I might cut throttle before I stage. I'm just worried about these guys banging back into the rocket. Sort of nursing it up. Yeah, Jeb died a long time ago. Really early. On a way too overly ambitious craft to try and fly without doing reverts. Just about. Okay, let's cut that. Stage. Stage. Can I sneak out? Sneak out. Sneak out. Sneak out. Sneak out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, there goes my nose cone, too. That worked better than it had any right to. Any right to at all. But I'm happy with it. You can build some pretty awful things that just fly fine in this game. Okay, almost at 80 kilometers on the Apo. To be honest, I'm tempted to just... we'll let... We're very close to an orbit as it is there. Cut that. because of how cautious I was being. Let's put the lights on, which should deploy antennas too. It did not deploy antennas. Probably because the doors are in the way, but that's okay. Extend that antenna. Extend that antenna. And it's reasonably stiff here too. Even though there's only the two pieces are only connected by a docking port. Okay. Still not quite in an orbit. Minus 50 kilometers on the periapsis. So we'll just have to finish that bit off. Oh, this thing's gonna really have to be handled gingerly. Handled with care. Oh, sure. Okay, that's close enough to 80 by 80. Alright, I think I'm good for... Yes, I am. So, excellent. Excellent. Still got 1690... It's easy. Easy! Easy to get this to the moon. So this is a station component. Let's label it as such. Rename. Where is it? There. And let's get this thing to the moon. So, moon is over here. Set that as a target. Let's get rid of all the distraction. Now this should be leaving at about the same time. Should be about a day and a bit in the future. Because I gotta match planes with the moon. Or sorry, not with the moon, I'm sorry. There is a lander in orbit about the moon. That's what I want to end up having docked with the station. And then we're going to use the station to refuel it. That's the whole plan. It's like, am I making my life more complicated than it needs to be? Almost for sure I am. Prograde. So you can see again, we're hitting the moon. Well, I want to be in this plane, in the plane of that orbit. So run into this now a bunch of times. Easiest fix. Pop ahead orbits. Use the time tool to kind of bring it back. And that changes that angle. Bring down the scale of this a little bit. I think I'm coming pretty close. Maybe another orbit. Hey! I'm happy with that. I'm fine with that. Okay. But that burn's coming up in 1 day and 2 hours. Now, one thing I'm a little worried about is that these two burns are really close together. So what I might just do, I think they're on the same orbit, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go deliberately ahead another orbit. So this is at 1 day, 3 hours. This is at 1 day, 2 hours, and 24 minutes. And again, the whole purpose behind that, even though now I'm a little past, is, can I give a little prograde to fix this a bit? Yeah, I think that's good. A little bit past ideal, but I'm doing it because I don't want these two burn, this burn and this burn here for the core of the station to be on the same orbit. So add an alarm. Create an alarm. This is going to be for the maneuver. This is going to be moon station fuel module injection. And give me like 5 minutes warning on that. Add that alarm. Okay. Now can I jump to ships from here? I can't. Shoot. It has a switch to button, but it doesn't. Not an option. Fine. Be that way. Okay. I should actually orient this just for solar panel purposes. Then leave it. KSP OST is good, says Mateus. Okay. Not 100% sure what KSP OST is. Oh my gosh, we got a lot of stuff going to the moon. Okay, that is that. You are happy. And our next is, that's Taborn's wreckage. That is the Cerberus. Let's switch to him, because that's the next thing coming up. Yep. You have to select the ship to set a manual alarm, and then you can select the ship after. Okay, I'll try that, Oliver. Thank you. I'm so used to Kerbal Alarm Clock that I never really learned the in and outs of. Okay, so actually, really time-wise, although we spent a lot of time with that build, we actually didn't spend a lot of game time. The Cerberus is pretty close to where it was before, so now we're going to do a little bit of time warping. So he's going to come around. And I think right around here is a good place to stop. And just when I come by this again, I'll have a good idea. It's going to be the next orbit when we have our encounter. Blink. Okay. And now would be a good time that if I want to make any adjustments on this, now's a good time to do it. So I'm going to push this in a prograde direction and put on RCS. So I think the tiniest of little changes here is going to make a big difference. So 6 kilometers at this distance is pretty darn close. So let's have, what if I push H? Yep. Okay. Little fine. Oh, 4.6. Okay. That was worth it. Maybe it wasn't, but. Okay, so this rendezvous is coming up in 1 day, 1 hour, and 28 minutes. We have to do another orbit here. So again, alarm clock to the rescue. This alarm isn't of relevance anymore. Don't show that again. And now I want to create another alarm. This one is going to be for the... Oh, there isn't an option for the close approach, so it's got to be a manual. Okay, so manual alarm. Our closest approach is in 1 day, 1 hour, and 28 minutes. So let's get there in 1 day, 1 hour, and 22 minutes. That'll give us warning. Okay, and this is Cerberus closest approach. Add alarm. Okay. So our next is Moon Station. Oh no, now I can switch to that one. Okay. Yeah. Maybe it's because the I don't know. Whatever. That is our Moon Station ejection. These two are more than 40 minutes apart. I really like that. Okay, let's switch to that one. Yeah, I did the jump that time. Not sure what was wrong the other time. Okay, so this is the core module. It's got some liquid fuel and oxidizer aboard. It's got additional docking for ships. So I think this will, and it's docking at this end once this piece is gone. This is not labeled a station, so we should rename this a station. And we have... I think with our alarms, our next alarm is this ejection. And just to show people, it's very much the same as what I just did. Let's get rid of the distractions. We look at the moon, and we look at that lander again. Same idea as the one where I just set up. It's coming on its way out to the moon. It's going to rendezvous with that lander. And that's coming up in 1 hour and 23 minutes. So let's time warp to that. Let's actually time warp manual. I was going to warp to the thing, but I don't know if I can turn this around in just a minute. Oh, I have the alarm. The alarm should stop me. I'm nervous about it, though. I don't trust the game. Will the game stop it when it's supposed to? Of course it will. Okay, delete and close that. And then we got the next burn coming up in 43 minutes, so that's great. Okay, let's get to the maneuver. I'm going to give myself a couple minutes to reorient this vessel. And that's at full, okay. Yeah, this one does not have any RCS on it. So I'm glad someone reminded me to put RCS on the other module because I don't know quite what I would have done. Okay, that whipped around much easier than I thought it would. Okay. This one's the one with all the pretty lights on it. Well, some pretty lights. 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Have I played Stationeers? No, I have not. Have not played that. Should though. Finding time to play all the games I want to play. Never easy for any of us. Okay. Alright, let's look at this from the moon's perspective, because that's what ultimately we're shooting for. Here it comes. All right. Okay, and now what I gotta do is a mid-course correction. Clearly, I do not want to hit the moon, but I can see here that the Kegel that we're going to be docking with goes around this way. Actually, more properly, the Kegel will dock with it. So I need to bring the trajectory to the south. And always as a double check for these things, take a look at either the A end or the D end. It's 2.2 degrees. If you see that that is actually around, over 90 degrees, you got yourselves a problem. You're going the wrong way. Okay, so let's get this P. Let's adjust the timing. 200 seconds. Just get go until I get the most amount. Oh, there, it's coming back again. And now bring this back down. And I can see I need a little bit of radial to bring it to, well, I don't know which way though. So radially in. Oh, that goes the wrong way. So radially the other way. There we go. A little bit less on the normal. A little more radially that way. And again, oh yeah, there it is. You got the encounter indicator, the AN, and the PE all in the same spot. That's pretty much always the indication that you did it right. And then what I had to do, I have to keep playing with it because that's just what I do, isn't it? Just don't play with it anymore. There we go. Alright, so that burn is coming up in an hour and 25 minutes. Where are all the I got solar panels all over this. I'm sure it's fine. Let's just leave it. Okay, so we're going to again use the alarm clock. I've never used the game's alarm clock so much as I am right now. Set alarm for that maneuver. Give me 5 minutes warning. This is the correction burn. This is the core module correction burn. Okay, add the alarm. Okay, next comes the injection for the fuel module that we just saw. Will you be playing Kitten Space Agency once it comes out? Abso-friggin-lutely I will be. Abso-friggin-lutely. I'm hoping. I always like to be cautious and not let myself get too excited with these games, but I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited about Kitten Space Agency. It still might be a while before we see anything, and that's okay. I'd much rather have it done, you know, right than have it done quickly. So, just a repeat of the burn you just saw. What am I doing in this stream? I am got two two moon station modules, both of which are pretty heavy because I do have this requirement to bring 4,000 units of liquid fuel onto this station. So one of them I just sent on its injection out towards the moon. Here comes the second component. We'll be rendezvousing them and docking them in orbit around the moon. There's also a lander in orbit about the room that's got to dock with all this stuff. And just because I didn't have enough to do, I also have some Kerbals in the middle of doing a triple rescue. So how much of that's all going to get done in the next little bit before the end of this stream, I have no idea. But I do like all the jumping between ships. There's just that feeling of juggling, you know, putting multiple balls up in the air and hoping not to drop one. All right, 10 seconds to the burn. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and 0. And of course, this is the there we go. This is the heavier of the two modules because it contains the bulk of that 4,000 units of liquid fuel. In fact, it's easily the heaviest thing I've put into orbit yet. But you know, once all this stuff, all this infrastructure in orbit about the moon, I mean, I can go down and land in different biomes around the moon at my leisure. In fact, it might not be a bad idea, though it's certainly not going to happen today. But it might not be a bad idea. Lower my throttle here a little bit. It might not be a bad idea to build a better lander. My lander is only a one crewed lander. It's puny. Might be nice to be able to bring more than one Kerbal down at a time. Okay, I'm just going to shift out to the moon here. There we are. We'll finish this off. Looking pretty snazzy. Okay, and again, I got to do the correction. I can see again, this is coming, so I got to come to the south to meet up with the Kegel that's there. About the right place for it. And again, I can see I gotta come a bit to the side. This time I think it's, yep, it's the radial in one that's going to do that for me. And a little less on the normal. Scale down a bit. Looks like it. Okay. And that burn's coming up in an hour and 32 minutes. I'm getting adequate sunshine on the panels. Again, alarm clock. Create an alarm. Hopefully these... Now, I can move... When's this maneuver happening? 1 hour and 32 minutes. This one's in 42 minutes. Great. Okay, they're very different. It's very easy to move these. They're not time critical, so I would have been fine moving that. So this is the fuel module correction. Okay. Add that alarm. All right, onto the core. Oops. Now it's not letting me switch. Now I can switch. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Just saw a loading screen tip that reflects this mission. Preparing rescue mission. Yeah. Okay, I'm noticing that I gotta reduce the throttle. It's only a 2-second burn. There we go. Yeah, let's get out there. Then multiple. And not simple rescue missions either. Like a guy, you know, high orbit, a high inclined orbit, then to a moon orbit, then to the surface of the moon. No way all that's happening today, but oh my goodness, it's not like I'm making it easy on myself. Let's get ourselves a little closer. Get on that maneuver. But once this is all in orbit and in place, it's gonna be sweet. Want a focus view on the moon. Why you want to be hard for me? There we go. And I don't have to wait for this to get down to 0 because it's not time sensitive. So we're just going to do it right now. Look at that. More than happy with that. Okay. Am I getting good solar exposure? Yeah, I'm sure it's good enough. Okay. Next alarm. Create an alarm. This is going to be for the SOI change. that's coming up in just a few hours. This is the core SOI change. Okay, and okay, fuel module's turn. I really need to get better probe cores, Oliver. You are so right. My probe cores are embarrassing. But for that, I need science. And that's actually part of what this is all about. And also, I should mention as well, I am not only playing on hard mode, I am also playing with only 30% science retrieval. Normal hard mode is 60. So I am getting science at a very low rate. Oh, I just realized I made a mistake here. Shoot. I turned off these lights. Don't want to do that. That's because I did the dumb thing of toggling the antennas to the lights, and the lights were already on to start with, and oh well, whatever. Okay, same thing. I gotta reduce this thrust limiter because it's a very short burn. That one already. There's Kerbin. There's Kerbin. Again, want to look at the moon for this. Just going to put it back on the maneuver node just for the final bit of this. Okay. Nicey nice. Okay, another alarm. Create an alarm. Again for the SOI change. This is the fuel module. And add that alarm. These fuel modules are all gonna, this is all getting done. Oh, these are happening in pretty short order of each other. Holy cannoli. I just noticed that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of stuff all happening very quickly. Okay. What we'll deal. We'll deal. We'll deal. Okay. So this is on its way to the moon. Let's get out there. Waiting for that SOI. Oh, that's just the alarm, and now we'll... Okay, we are now officially in the moon's SOI. Now to set up this rendezvous. Okay, again, view it on here. Oh shoot, I lost my target. No, don't set the moon as a target. That's got to be the target. Okay, I'm going to put a burn right here. And run into this situation before. Round and round. Am I going to get another one? Oh, I am. Oh, I am. Nice. It's nice to make this orbit as low as you can, because that means your encounter speed is going to be low. And especially with this big beast coming in, a low encounter speed is a great thing. Okay. What is my disk? 2.3? Oh, I saw 0.7. Can I dial it in even better than that? 0.8. 0.7, 0.6. I think 0.6 is as good as it gets. Yep. 0.6 is fine. Okay. So that maneuver is coming in 1 hour and 30. Oh, wait a second. What's this? Let's make this better. That's better. It's at 1 hour and 33 minutes. Got a lot of stuff happening at the same time. So alarm, create an alarm for the maneuver. This is Rendezvous. This is the core. Capture. Add that alarm. Okay, next we are going back to the Cerberus after all of this. It is 48 minutes from its alarm. It will not let me switch to it. Maybe because it's just a general alarm. That's too bad. The switch is grayed out. Okay. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Switch to. Okay. All right. So we left this guy. He had to do one more orbit. Actually, I think Deluxe is a she. She had to do one more orbit, and then she was ready to rendezvous with Terborn. And remember, I got 3 rescues to do. I need one of those to be a pilot to do the station contract. What also would be swell is an engineer to help do some strutting with the stations once to put those 2 modules together. I don't have either of those, but right now we're gonna try and do this little rendezvous here. And okay, that's just talking about the closest approach. Now, what is my encounter speed like? It's not bad. I can deal with that. I was considering making, sometimes it's easier to make a rendezvous, like make a maneuver node here to help with the rendezvous, but I think I'm just going to do it cold, as it were. Do it freestyle. Freestyle. Okay, so this should be stopping us when we're about 5 minutes away. And we got a 4.6 kilometer separation, and then in 17 minutes that fuel module will cross the SOI. That's actually not hugely mission critical, not like now here I do have all this stuff, but not because of Pro Body, but because Deluxe is a level 2 pilot. There we go. We can see our target coming up here. See if we can shrink this distance down a little bit. So if the fuel module crosses the SOI while I'm doing this, that's not a big deal. But I definitely do want to get to it before it needs to make its capture, because then that is a big deal. Gosh knows if I miss that, where it's going to end up. All right, got 250 meters per second. Still 5 minutes away, so let's close this distance up. What's this thrust limiter at? Full. Good. So if I need to slow down quickly, I can. Yeah. So if my first choice is that this will be a pilot and my second choice is that this will be an engineer, Maxim is saying that that means this is going to be a scientist. Yeah, that's the way my luck's been going with this, isn't it? Okay, I'm just going to do... Well, let's see. We're about 2 minutes away. Let's do some general slowing down. I want to be sure that I can slow down quick enough. Oh, I can easily slow down quick enough. As long as I can push that time up, I'm good. So I'll get to... We're about 1 minute and 10 seconds now. Let's just... let's start throttling. So I'm just trying to keep this time relatively constant. while doing a little bit of a burn that's reducing my relative velocity. I can even get myself closer because I'm hardly burning at all. Let's get closer. Let's get closer. Okay, I'm 37 seconds away now. Also try and reduce that distance. Get a little closer again. Bit by bit. Okay, we're now within 20 seconds. Knocked off probably a little too much speed there, but that's okay. So we probably should come deliberately off just a little bit. Don't want to run into them. All right, so it's time to place your bets, everybody. What do we got? First choice pilot, second choice engineer. Does that mean I'm going to get a scientist? We're going to find out very soon. Bring this sucker to a stop. I don't need RCS, just jump over there. And the winner is a pilot! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, see, that's what cynicism does. You expect the worst, and you get surprised. Okay, so now, eventually, I got now 2 pilots. Very, very happy with that. Eventually, the plan is going to be to get these folks to the station, because 2 pilots is a requirement for that station contract. But before we do that, I have to rescue, is it Cabot, who's there. So that's going to come before the station. That does mean I'll make a plane change, but we can deal. Now, this is going to be also a little bit tricky, encountering the moon here, especially coming from an inclined orbit. We'll do our best. So set the moon as a target. Bring this out. This shouldn't be very much because we already are in a very, very high orbit, but it might take a while. Oh, there's our encounter already. There's our encounter already. Let's focus the view here. Sometimes these can get really, really finicky. So you can see I'm coming to the south of the moon because of our inclined orbit. That's okay. I can make a correction en route. Or maybe it might be easier to just do it right now. It might be easier to do it right now. But anyway, let's play with the timing here a bit. So I want to bring this as close as I can. And I got to pay attention which way this guy's going around. Coming around this way. So I'm already coming around the wrong way. So I think a little bit of normal here. Or would it be better to do it not adding a lot? Try to do my best to kind of match planes here. I don't know if I'm doing a very good job of it. Okay, what are the 2 burns? 140, 140, that's coming out to 200. I think I'm okay. And then I'll do a very small correction to bring this up to here. I am coming in the right way. This is going around that way, and I'm coming in this way. Yeah. So I think I'm just going to do this burn. We'll do a correction part way to bring this periapsis up, because I think right now if I try and do it, well, maybe not. Let's see. Then maybe a little retrograde. Oh, maybe not. Maybe let's... I want to get that PE up, if you know what I mean. Gotta up my PE. I'm not 100. I think I'm okay. I should be okay. I never figured in the plane difference for making my transfer into the moon when I did my calculations, but I think right now, I think I spent less than I thought I would getting out to Deborn. I'm not convinced I'm saving myself anything though. No, I'm making this worse. You know what? Put this back to 0. Look at that. I'm getting like... I should have left well enough alone. Why do you have to make your life so hard? There, just leave that. We'll make a plane change on the way there. I'm happy with that. Yeah, the plane change on the way there should be cheap. Now, this burn's coming up in just 2 hours and 52 minutes. That's not bad. That's not bad. I can't complain. So now, we'll make an alarm for that. This is going to be for that maneuver. Again, 5-minute warning. And this is for the Cerberus. Get our Mun Encounter. Okay, next. Fuel module SOI change. Switch to. Lots of stuff converging on the moon now. Where's the moon? Oh, got a eclipse. Total solar eclipse happening down there. See a little spot. Of course, they happen every 6 days. They're not that special. Not like in real life, thanks to the moon's equatorial orbit. Okay, we are now in the moon's SOI. Same dealie you just saw me do before. Maneuver right here. Round and round and round she goes. Can I get around one more time? I don't think so. Nope. Back. Whoops. Okay. What is that? 0.8 kilometer separation right away. Oh my gosh. Really turn the scale down here. Oh, 0.8 is as good as it gets. Okay, okay, we're good with that. All right, that maneuver is coming up. I'm gonna also increase the throttle on this. 1 hour and 36 minutes. This is fuel. Oh, this is Fly-by-wire, I don't... Oh, that's the autopilot. Oh, I know why that keeps turning on and off. Also, I should turn off trajectories. It's not doing anything for me. Just noticed it was on, other than using up CPU. I've been turning on and off the Okay. I think every time I press... Okay, never mind. That has nothing to do with anything. Don't worry about it. Ignore that. What's coming up first? The core module is coming up in 21 minutes, so you're first. Switch to. Yeah, I'm a bit quiet. Too much concentrating going on. I just got to think about what I'm doing here. Okay. Multiple modules. Waiting for something to go wrong. Hasn't happened yet. Whoa, 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 whoa. I was expecting an alarm to stop me. It did not. Okay. I must have put like no... Oh, it's only 1 minute warning. I thought I set it to 5 minute warning. Okay, I got to get on the maneuver here. This is about setting up a rendezvous, so I'll put this on the approach indicators there. Oh, I don't have SAS on either. That's why it's being a little drifty. Don't be drifty. Yeah, I'm gonna be really... You know, this is all said and done. Here, I can delete this. That doesn't matter. I think I'm going to be pretty happy with this station. Yeah, Kerbal Alarm Clock is... it's similar, but a little better. I believe it's made by the same person. I believe Squad, like, just hired the person who made the mod Kerbal Alarm Clock and just got him to do this, but it's not as good as the mod is. It is a little more integrated into the game, so I suppose that's nice. Okay, coming up, 30 seconds. Little time warping. There we go. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1, and go. And I'm really watching that intersect distance. I think I got it down to a pretty small number. Oh, I went a little too far, but I'm okay with it. It's 846 meters separation coming up in 55 minutes. Again, an alarm because I think I'm going to be jumping around. This is for the... Oh, no, there isn't. Okay, I have to actually put this one in as a raw one. So put this in as 49 minutes. That should give me lots of time. Oh, it's coming up right away. Okay, that's fine. Coming up before this guy has to make it the burn. But not by much. Not by much. So we are rendezvousing with a little tiny lander. Oh, I guess I can show people this from out here. So this is us. Here's our lander. So we're going to end up. Let's see how this is working. This is our other rescue we got to do. That's Cabot. We got the Cerberus about to make a burn. Still a little over an hour and a half away from making that burn. There's our target down there. And the time warping's getting messed up, which is always kind of annoying. It's messing up the time. I'm 10 minutes away, so let's go another... Oh, whoa, we're going to get... This is going to be tight. This rendezvous and this maneuver are happening at very close to the same time. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, I'll have to... I might... I don't know what I'm going to do. The burn is more important. Because you miss the burn and you're not orbiting the moon. This guy's at least in orbit. I mean, we can rejigify things. Oh, wait, no, that's the alarm that tells me I'm 5 minutes away. Never mind. Don't worry. I'm paranoid about nothing. This alarm's not necessary. 24 minutes away from the burn. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Are people pointing that out in the chat? Yeah. Thank you. People are pointing it out in the chat. Coming over a pole, camera's being all funky. Still 5 minutes away from our closest approach. Three minutes away. All right, 2 minutes and 25 seconds away. Time to get serious here. So again, trying just to lower that distance a little bit. There we go. Now our separation's only 140 meters. Time warp forward about another minute. You know, I did this, like, there's still 455 meters per second left in this big thing. So I got quite a lot of fuel here. I did this more efficiently than I anticipated. So what I'm just going to be doing is bringing this up to a stop near the lander, and then we'll be switching to the lander and getting the lander to dock on probably one of these docking ports here. Little burn. It's in sight now, the Kegel 1. Yeah, it is always good to have something extra. I've learned that slowly. I used to take great pride in like having like as close to the exact amount of fuel as I can, but There's no award for that. Okay, I can see the lander. Let's pushing a little bit more to the side here. Again, want to come up beside the lander. Probably a little too close. You can blow these things around with your exhaust plume. You do have to be a little bit cognizant of that. I've done that before. Okay, let's really reduce this thrust limiter. Knock off the rest of this. And I'm looking at that docking port right there. That's what I'm gonna bring it to. So I'm gonna shut that. Just pin it there for now. Okay, stop. Okay. Should be good. I'm at, yeah. See if we can just do this with our eyeballs. So, going to here, set that as the target. Control from here. And do all of this with just RCS. Oh, I'm using fuel. Don't use that. Oh, engine's off, so that's good. Okay, so taking a look at that docking port, it's at minus 20 pitch and just on one side of 180. So this should be at positive 20 pitch and just on the other side of north. I'm not sure what side of north, but... Does that look right? Wrong. Whoa, 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 whoa. Back off, back off, back off. Oh, I bumped into it, I think. That was a bump. Bump. Scratch the paint. We scratched the paint. That's still not right. Oh my gosh. So my guesstimation on how that lines up was completely botched. So, okay, I am embarrassing right now. This way. And that way. Wow. Okay. Not quite sure what happened there. I'm still not sure if I'm lined up right. Oh, maybe I do. There are some good docking mods out there. I think I got it. I got it. Maybe I should invest in one, but that worked. We got it there. Okay, okay, that worked out all right. Still got 12 minutes and 20 seconds until I have to make, well, actually, that this maneuver is set up for. But honestly, what I might do with this, just reorient this station for solar panel purposes. Oh, I think it was pretty close to the right spot there. But otherwise, I think I'm pretty happy with this. So we still got the fuel module coming. And of course, we still got the Cerberus on its way over to the moon. And it is going to be rendezvousing with Cabot, who's out here, and then coming to this station as well. You can see there's going to be a pretty significant plane change. We'll have to see if I have enough fuel for that. So still a lot going on here, but looking at the time of the stream, I think that's all going to have to be for next week. So for now, I want to thank everybody that's in the chat. I want to thank everybody who's watching this at a later date. And of course, an extra special thank you to my Patreon patrons and YouTube members who directly support this channel. Have yourself a fantastic week, and we'll see you all next Tuesday. Bye, everybody.